last quarter was a good result for members. Our MySuper option achieved a 2.22% return for the quarter, including the September month where the MySuper product was the best performing product in Australia. Our more aggressive options were slightly higher returning than that, and the more conservative options slightly less. The cash and bonds options were slightly lower, consistent with lower cash rates. Statewide's investment performance is very competitive when compared to other funds in Australia. Our MySuper option, according to the Super Rating Survey, has been within the top 3 or 4 funds in Australia over the last 3 to 4 years. More generally, all members have benefited through strong performance. Our cash, bonds, Australian shares, international shares options are all top quartile according to Super Ratings. At Statewide, we manage approximately $8 billion of our members' money. We think that size gives us an advantage in that we're big enough to compete with the larger funds and achieve good fee outcomes for members, but we're also small enough to be nimble and to take advantage of some of the smaller investment opportunities the larger funds can't get access to. We're coming off a period of very strong returns for members since the GFC. In the future, we're expecting returns to be lower than we've experienced over the last number of years. The main thing we'd recommend for members is to stay diversified. We think a number of asset classes are expensive or potentially expensive, and therefore it's important to have a broad mix of assets. By investing in our diversified options, members get exposure to a broad range of asset classes. Members have exposure to cash, bonds, Australian shares, international shares, property and infrastructure. By staying diversified, it's not about picking winners or losers. It's just maintaining a broad exposure to multiple asset classes over time, and we think that's the best way for members to invest in the long term. South Australia's had some challenging times lately, and the future also looks challenging. The transition from a workforce focused around Holden into the shipbuilding industry will take time. There's also a pending election, which always creates some uncertainty. But the way Statewide invests in South Australia is to back good, strong businesses that can perform over the whole economic cycle.
The advice in this video is general advice only. It may not be appropriate for you, and we recommend you obtain independent financial advice and consider the applicable PDS before making an investment decision.